Hello friends, today I will talk about the career opportunities in environmental fields. So environment, it consists of land, air and water as all resources, biotic and abiotic things. Interrelationship with human beings, living organisms and other property. So everything which is physical and biological surrounding, it consists as environment. So all areas of environment, it is of multidisciplinary in nature. So mathematics, statistics, computer science, microbiology, genetics, botany, zoology, biochemistry, biotechnology, important applications of physics, more even also related as research applications of chemistry, atmospheric sciences, oceanography, geography, education, law, philosophy, economics, sociology, mass communication. Number of branches they are associated with this environmental science or environmental management aspects. In addition, it also includes the applied parts of like environmental engineering, civil engineering related hydraulics and chemical engineering aspects. So I will tell you now, after this multidisciplinary nature and how it is linked with other subjects, the objectives of environmental studies as set by UNESCO in 1971. So creating awareness, imparting basic knowledge as part of environment education I am talking, developing and attitude towards conservation of environment, motivating public to participate, acquiring skills, striving to attain the harmony with nature. So which are the basic aspects covered are important as part of environmental science management or the conservation, a broader term that we use. The natural resources, their conservation and management, ecology and biodiversity, environmental pollution and control, more importantly the sustainable development aspects. Environment is one of the three pillars of sustainable development, and also the population and environment, research and education. So interrelationship with all is what this subject carries. So there are some certificate courses in this subject. I will tell you here, like certificate in environmental studies, in certificate course in climate change, in number of institutes, number of universities throughout the world, they are certifying students. Some are also free nowadays, available as part of online platforms. So climate change and mitigation certificate on environmental monitoring, wildlife studies, environment impact assessment, disaster management, certificate course on resettlement and rehabilitation, or certifications on environmental policies and environmental management systems like ISO 14000, or now there are newer courses that are coming. So based on that, in addition, certificate course on environmental impact assessment and audit, computerized techniques and data analysis in environmental science. So number of things, such courses are certificate courses are nowadays available. So in addition, I will tell you which are the diploma courses that are available in number of universities, institutes throughout the world, like diploma in environmental science, environmental studies, diploma in environmental law. There are also bachelor degrees, graduation, which can be completed from number of universities, almost all reputed universities, they have environmental science as an important applied and more required or which is more favored by students course. Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science, BSc in Environmental Science, BSc in Environmental Management, or that is management degree on the other hand. So PG diploma courses are also available, postgraduate diploma on environmental law, environmental ethics, so overall environmental management, impact assessment studies, wastewater treatment, environmental health and society. So PG diploma courses are available. So you can check websites of number of universities and you can get information about how these courses are run, what is overall eligibility, the scope, the contents of the syllabus, and how the courses are run for the students, even fee structure and the duration and number of things or credits that students have to earn. As part of master's courses are also there. Master of Philosophy, MPhil in Environmental Science or Engineering or Management are available. Master of Science in Environmental Science, Engineering or Management are available nowadays in number of universities, not only in India, other parts also, and various branches with somewhat slight change in names also you will able to find. Master in Climate Change and Sustainable Development, number of universities nowadays they have came with this such type of courses. Master course in Climate Change, Master in Environmental Resource Management, Master course in Energy and Environment Conservation, or Master's course in Environmental Planning. So such things are there, such courses are there. And the top degree, which is PhD, Doctorate of Philosophy or Doctorate of Science courses are also available in number of universities, central, state, control universities, education systems. So in science, engineering and management you can complete doctorate degree. So I wish to tell you purposefully here with my ideal master's course, and by that way I wish to tell you what are the parts of the environmental science master's degree for 4 semesters. So more or less you will find similar titles in number of syllabi of other universities also. So advances, semester 1, advances in environmental biology. Next paper is applications of environmental chemistry and ocean technologies, applications of geo and atmospheric sciences, global environmental issues and solutions. Then as part of first semester, practical course about laboratory experiments, and practical course 2 could be, or I expect, related with field experiments. Now as part of next semester environment, the papers, 4 papers I will tell you here about what should be there or you will find somewhere in other university syllabi. Environmental impact assessment and environmental audit, advancements in water and wastewater treatment technologies, advancements in forestry and biodiversity conservation. So, and the 4th paper of semester 2, like in general what my structure suggests, I will suggest you about the global climate change, mitigation and sustainability. Okay, so there are 4 papers in each semester, 2 practical courses, like here in semester 2 practical is course, okay, is 3 like laboratory experiments, and practical course 4 can be of experiments and study visits to national industries and the agencies. Again, as part of semester 3, so I will tell you now the 4 different titles that are more important, and part of other syllabi also you will find. Applications of semester 3, applications of remote sensing and GIS, advancements in environmental health and safety, advancements in energy resources and technology. So EHS is more important, energy conservation is also more important, energy production is also more important, proper energy production without harm to nature is important. Then next paper is applications of environmental statistics, and as part of practical courses, practical 5 is related with suppose laboratory experiments, and practical course 6 is experiments and study visits to international industries and agencies. Now this semester 3rd, before start of it, so there is also weightage. In general, every Master of Science course for summer vacation in plant training in multinational organizations that should be carried out by the students. And as part of semester 4, I will tell you here that which are the papers as I suggest: environmental economics and world affairs, environmental technologies in waste management, environmental governance and ethics. See the things, the titles, different the areas as part of syllabi papers, they are coming from different subjects. And last paper is what related with environmental management systems in industries and ISO 14000. Okay, so as part of practical course 7, it should be advanced laboratory experiments, and practical course 8 should be related with dissertation in industries of international repute. Now I will tell you about the scope, opportunities, and overall how ideal development can be expected after studying environmental science. So in order to maintain the environment, in order to manage the environmental aspects, we don't want further degradation. To recover, reuse, to remediate whatever problems have occurred, to sustain, to solve the issues that different human societies are facing, to control the pollution in general when we talk. So of what? So overall it is all related with the wastes, fertility, protection of our land, air and water resources, overall to protect the health of ecosystems. So there is much need to have knowledge of environmental aspects. In addition, risk mitigation, and there are number of cases that we have suffered in the past. So for that purpose, to manage, to remediate, to overall to sustain properly, so we should have more and deeper, detailed, updated knowledge of environmental fields. There is one Chinese proverb I wish to tell you here, that if you plant for 1 year, plant rice; if you plant for 10 years, plant trees; and if you plant for 100 years, then educate the people. So awareness, education, experts, plans, implementation, monitoring and review, these all things are necessary for conservation of environment. Understand the real life situation. If you wish to do something different in this field for our Mother Earth, it is not fashion, and everyone cannot be an environmentalist. It should be a passion, energy and devotion is required to work in this field. There is one line of Henry Due theory: what is the use of a beautiful house if you don't have a decent planet to put it on. So this field, or we require from your side, provide solutions and grow your career. Ozone depletion issues are there. Now it is recovered. There are a number of news recovering, not much issues, but still there are acid rain, desertification. Even deserts are expanding. More desertification areas are coming under desertified conditions. Global warming and climate change, energy crisis that whole world is facing. The problems, or there are issues related with genetically modified organisms, GMOs or LMOs. World Trade and Organization and environmental issues are there. Species loss related issues are there. E-waste management issues are there. Food crises are there throughout the world, and mostly in developing and poor countries. There is threat of biological warfare, eco-terrorism activities. Somewhere in USA they have defined what is eco-terrorism, or extreme violence in the name of environment. That is not expected. There are issues related to ship recycling and other parts. Water crisis almost every country is facing, or it is said that if there is third world war, then it could be related with, based on water sharing. Population explosion is there. Wastelands we are having number of, and we have to remediate them. Alkaline and saline soils are there. Industrial and vehicular pollution in almost all cities of the world is increasing day by day. Water quality is also degrading day by day. Or degrading means day by day, means in rainfall conditions, rainy season, it gets diluted, but still it is polluted. There are issues of municipal solid waste management almost in all metro cities of the world. There are issues with slums. Droughts and floods are frequent in number of countries. Eutrophicated water bodies are there. So there are issues with the dams and displacement, soil erosion, environmental issues of international importance. I'm talking that all these things where you have to play a role to solve them. Come ahead, solve them and develop your career. Increase in pollution. There are problems in development. We have to achieve the sustainable developmental goals. Provide alternative solutions. Save humanity from the extinction. Yes, it is said climate change or yes, there are disastrous conditions that may cause big issues to the human race. So how wise planning for the future can be carried out? Your role is expected in it. So how poverty can be dealt? We want agricultural production growth in it. Again, for the development of forests and to recharge the groundwater, we have to avoid the degradation of lands. Again, reorientation of institutions, stop the impacts of urbanization, solve the issues which are associated with air and water, and overall at last I will tell you that how to control population explosion. So these are the areas where you can provide your expertise. You can develop your career and go ahead, and you will feel happy and satisfied while providing such services to the societies. So which efforts are done at international or national level? I will tell you here that citizen participation is very important, and people are involved in number of decisions. So there is national environmental advisory forums in number of countries. So Right to Information Act is also there in our country and even other countries also. So there are number of laws, number of policies which guide us, and compliance is very and regulatory requirement. So Namami Gange program is also started in our country in order to stop the pollution of Ganga river. Disaster management, wasteland development board is there. So there is fly ash utilization policy, rainwater harvesting policy, and see all these areas are for environmental solutions to stop the issues, degradation. So for sustainable development goals we have to achieve, and for that purpose there is clean development mechanism is working to stop carbon emissions. There are number of programs. So even in the past, carbon credits, getting carbon credits, that was even projects were received under as part of it. We have to sequester carbon by various ways, and such programs are there. And there are a number of important international agreements that India is participatory. We have agreed to conserve our environment, and United Nations Environment Program and International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, they are also playing an important role. We want economic development or sustainable development. So only economic development was considered in the past, but nowadays it is not. We want sustainable development. So solution of social issues to certain extent is very much important. So triple bottom layer approach is there. There are three tier approach. It is three pillars of sustainability. I will tell you which are: economic, social, and environment is the only way for sustainable human society. So more important, environment as without nature, without and big areas of environmental field, I will tell you, and without environment conservation it is difficult to survive. So big areas of environmental conservation are climate change and mitigation, sustainability, environmental impact assessment and compliance, solution of the environmental issues, water scarcity, pollution and treatment of it. And again we have to reduce, we have to completely eliminate what's happening, that contaminants of emerging concern, newer and newer trace level contaminants, but very dangerous contaminants are coming in our environment. We want industrial safety aspects, so renewable energy and technologies, and even use of RS and GIS technologies in this. So these are the major areas of for environmental conservation where you can work very much. You can enjoy, you will be happy to provide services and to work in these fields. I will tell you about some anti-pollution acts. Air Pollution Prevention and Control Act is there, Water Act, Environmental Protection Act of 1986, Motor Vehicle Act of Motor Vehicle Act. So Public Liability Insurance Act of 91 is also there. Environmental Tribunal Act is also enacted in our country. So in order to protect, in order to face the increasing challenges that our society has, I'll tell you about anti-pollution rules. So mostly they are under Environment Protection Act of 1986, noise pollution rules, e-waste management rules are there. Recently in 2016 they have been updated, new rules are there, modified rules. Plastic waste management rules are there, hazardous waste management rules are there, biomedical waste management rules are there. So in addition, we all know that management of solid wastes is very much important, and municipalities are very strict nowadays for that purpose. So municipal waste management rules are also there. Now I will tell you about what are the constitutional provisions and national policies. So Article 48A, it is duty of state to protect environment. Article 51A G, it talk about it is also the duty of citizens to take care of environment. So National Environmental Policy is there, NEP. First it came in 2004, then 2006. Again National Forest Policy is there. Eco Mark Scheme is also there by central government ministry, respective ministry. National Conservation Strategy and Policy Statement by Government of India is also there. So Environmental Pollution Control Authority is also working. Public interest litigation is also helpful for the people, especially to file cases, PIL, against something which is damaging to society at large. So Environment Conservation Acts are there, like Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, Biological Diversity Act of 2002, Forest Conservation Act I think of 1927 and 1980 is also there. Prevention of cruelty to animals, that act is also enacted in our country. So protection of plant varieties and Farmers Rights Act, so such a act is also enacted in our country. So as part of to regulate the genetically GMOs, modified organisms, so there is regulation on, so such a act also enacted by our parliament. So what are the opportunities? Now I will talk about them. So are you educated, energetic and devoted individual? Then you can become nature lover. So it should come from your side. Explorer, horticulturalist. You can go there in ministries, MOFCC and state ministries of environment. You can be the part of Central Pollution Control Board and State Pollution Control Board authorities. You can act as a consultant. You can become education officer. You can go ahead as part of environmental engineer. You can become environmental manager. EHS department is there in every industry. So there is much need almost the people who have technical background and knowledge, there is much demand for them. So there are environmental biologists, nature conservationists. Again, in addition that there are recycling manager or you can start your own recycling units also. On the other hand, you can become sustainable consultant, waste management business you can start for your own. You can become a scientist, water quality scientist, and even there are number of research positions, different categories are there in number of institutes. So environmental reporting and the starting environmental news channel, this also is an important area. Based on your interest, you can go, you can be an environmental blogger, you can start your online environmental consultation, so you can be an environmental health practitioner. So you can, again in addition that you can be a effluent treatment plant or sewage treatment plant manager, so geotechnical engineer, so landscape manager and architecture. You can become a part of smart city development as part of town planning programs, environmental toxicologists. You can become environmental lawyer, such pro services you can provide, especially related with compliance in industries, impact assessment and other studies where certain compliance requirement without industries cannot go ahead. So you can be a policy planner, you can start your NGO, you can work in private organizations, government analyst, such post is there, scientist positions are there, there are positions of chemists. You can become by your own a remediation engineer, ecotourism manager, environmental geologist. As already I told you also about the EHS manager and technician or trainer, environmental sampling expert. So number of areas are there, and based on your interest, based on your energy and capacity, or after development of certain skills, you can shift in these areas. You can work in all areas also. You can become environmental writer also. groundwater sampling expert, animal rights activist, dispersion modeler. So number of areas at a time. Also you can, with help of some small group, you can start. So atmospheric scientist you can become, environmental statistician you can go ahead and become with that. Provide services to others, even to researchers also, to other private consultants you can, okay, if you have more knowledge of it. So environmental microbiologist also, their role is more important in industries and pharmaceutical units. You can become a scientist, climatologist, land restoration engineer, high-end instrumentation calibration expert, or a special technical expert you can become. You can also become water resource manager. See, all these areas that I am talking here, it is a scope for this subject. Mining engineer and surveyor, remote sensing specialist and modeling specialist, especially about air, water, pollutants, nature, diversity, flora, fauna, number of things can be studied. You can be a naturalist and wildlife biologist, noise modeling expert also you can become, and provide services to other industries. So radiation protection expert, safety director, wildlife photographer. You can start your own channel, you can prepare documentaries, you can sell it to other agencies, and see, there is no limit to start your career. There are a number of ways. I will tell you some dream top positions in this field, what you can become. Environmental scientist, environmental lawyer, but to file a case, degree is must, LLB degree is must. But even you have knowledge, you can be in touch with after collaboration with other lawyers, and you can start number of things. So yes, positions like environmental engineer, so all these are well paid. Zoologist, conservation scientist or naturalist, you will be in much demand. People, private agencies, government agencies will call you if you are expert after certain years of experience. Hydrologist is a position. You can become academician or researcher in top institutes. You can act as a private consultant. So there is no limit on earnings if private business is started. No limit. So waste management, all types of wastes you can manage, you should be able to handle. You can develop green belt, environmental compliance requirements are there, ETP and STP construction or operation and its maintenance. So suppose there are 200 industries, so all these industries you can provide the workers as well as supervisors, and you can manage these units. Environment impact assessment activities are there, they are in much demand, and newer rules are coming, strict rules are coming. Use of online softwares like life cycle analysis, carbon footprint, and certain, okay, you must able to handle, you must know how to use them. You can provide services to others, especially in green building designs, they are of high importance. So generally consultants provides whatever the areas that I told you now, mainly to industrial and other service sectors. So due to some technical requirements what they have, but you can start, come 2-3 of you together and you can go ahead. So typical tasks that are performed by the environmentalists are informing others. You can act as a business supporter. You can carry out eco-friendly marketing of the products. You can act as a consultant. Carry out health risk mitigation in industries. Collect the data. Method validation. So that is an important part, especially at a high level, like CECs, contaminants of emerging concern you are testing. Analyze the samples of air, water, food, etc. Assess threats to the environment through scientific analysis, explain research findings, and like what in addition you can do, develop the strategies to prevent, limit or fix the environmental issues. So air, water, noise, solid waste, like this. Here you can provide your services. Now I will tell you that, see, new ways. Go ahead, go with the flow. So I will ask one question: are you updated? So being updated is very important in this highly competitive world. So various online services providers and product selling giants have also opportunities, like Amazon, and Amazon have compliance manager for environment, and number of positions are also there. Government, public sector, utilities or units, they have demand for the people. So growing private sectors, they require environmental conditions to be managed or proper planning of them. There are a number of established NGOs in our country, international and national agencies are there. There are a number of startups where you can join them or you can start your own. So in order to be all these things, yeah, I have told you about there are certain courses. So what are the educational requirements? Like master degree to get knowledge, overall detailed knowledge, deep knowledge, master's degree is sufficient, and your experience later on. Or PhD is must for scientists at and to get higher position. Okay, so for higher authority it is important. So not a compulsory industrial requirement, especially for engineers in production sector, that PhD, doctorate of philosophy, but in academics it is one of important requirements. And so undergraduate or postgraduate degree is sufficient to start your own consultancy. So generally what happens, they can hire other experts if required, or they are required, the experts are required, you can hire. So salaries, so it depends on how much is enough for you. You should ask this question. Okay, developed countries after few years or 5 years almost, okay, of experience can pay more than 5,000 USD, yes, per month. In India, the salary of scientist as per 7th pay varies, okay, as per level of pay and experience, but yeah, like B, C, D, scientist, E, F, G, like this, but they get good amount and facilities. That is a prestigious job. So freshers at initial levels or few years of experience, gross may get around 80,000. So varies with city, categories and classes. So even freshers can earn enough. So even academicians get similar salaries as part of, at the joining of, they have assistant, associate and professor positions. Now I will tell you about what are the skill requirements. The skill, they vary with each way of, okay, or job category. So working with team, decision making ability, field work demands that much energy and travel, extensive travel, sometimes faster ability to judge or to take decisions, self-confidence and target completion ability, adaptation to work with, yeah, I will say here, unprincipled individuals. Such type of people are there. You have to adjust with them. Understanding, sometimes it happens, understanding concepts from the various subjects. Strong scientific knowledge, updated knowledge I will tell. You should be a good thinker. You should have presentation skills, able to carry out data analysis by using newer tools and softwares, interpretation skills, communication skills, problem solving approach. Okay, you should able to you should have such skills to understand certain technical things, patience, IT skills, at least basic important required things you should know. You should have a habit of thinking critically, your own thoughts, your own opinions, and that are in detail in support of right things. Speaking skills, management skills, so physical stamina, that is also very much necessary, your energy, managing people, taking responsibility. So all these things are very much important. These skills develop a personality after enough experience, and there is always scope to earn money, name and fame. So no barrier of age, I feel, and also your interest, your devotion, hard work is very much necessary to go ahead and to develop your career. So certain technical skills required. So I will ask one question: are you prepared for it? Which are these? So handling of analytical instruments, use of RS and GIS software, use of online softwares, sampling and monitoring equipments. You should know all updated things. You should know how to use handy testers. Actually they are very simple, but use of it, your knowledge is expected. And how to solve the on-site troubleshootings. So such a things will make you more needed person. So I will tell you about as part of NIRF, National Institute Framework Rating, okay, 2019 top institutes of our country where this subject is knowledge provided degrees: Indian Institute of Technology Madras, Indian Institute of Science, Indian Institute of IIT Technology Delhi, IIT Bombay, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Kanpur. Okay, so these are technical institutes. So in addition to it, there are also top universities of our country. They provide knowledge in this field, or our specializations are provided, even doctorate, postdoctorate degrees they provide, like Jawaharlal Nehru University, Indian Institute of Technology Roorkee, Indian Institute of Technology Guwahati, University of in addition universities Hyderabad, Calcutta University, Jadavpur University, Anna University. So it's another from West Bengal, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. In addition, there is Manipal Academy of Higher Education. Savitribai Phule Pune University is also one of top 10 countries. Ranking varies yearly slightly, in our country. Aligarh Muslim University, Jamia Millia Islamia, University of Delhi. So such top institutes are there in our country, universities and institutes where you can go ahead to take degrees, masters, graduation or higher education, also research degrees. Now I will tell you about which are the top institutes of the world. So where you should dream as per Times Higher Education World University Rankings 2018. One list is here with me. University of Oxford, United Kingdom. University of Cambridge, it is also in UK, where prestigious and older universities of the world. California Institute of Technology, United States. So high quality education, all advancements are taught there. Stanford University of USA, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, United States, Harvard University, Imperial College London of United Kingdom. So number of universities are there, and you can find a list of such universities through Google search or some other search engines, and their ranking is more or less variable. You will find University of Chicago, United States. So Zurich, University of Switzerland, University of Pennsylvania, United States, Yale University of United States. So just check, go on internet, find which are the best as per your interest, course you wish to pursue in future, and read the admission procedures. See, getting higher degree is always important, more important. So there are some special environmental research and education institutes are also research where are carried out on higher extent. Stanford University, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, Wageningen University of Research, Netherlands, Harvard University of USA, Zurich, Swiss, Federal Institute of Technology, Switzerland, University of Oxford. I am again telling that even Cambridge University, where not only education, research is also carried out on larger extent. Imperial College London in UK, National University of Singapore, NUS, it is also one of prestigious institute in the world. So University of British Columbia of Canada, research is carried out on a larger extent. I will add a few more names in it. That University of Queensland, Australia, University of California, Davis. Then Delft University of Technology in Netherlands, Yale University, University of Melbourne from Australia. So all these, so initially I told you about Indian institutes, then world institutes where courses are taught, and then just now I told you about the research, extension, higher further projects of international importance are handled by these institutes. Now I will tell you which are the leading consultants of the world. So as per ENR Engineering News Record, I will tell you some names of these industries. Jacobs Dallas, Clean Harbors, Tetra Tech, Fluor Corporation of Texas. Then there are a number of Bechtel Corporation, Salini, Impreglo Spa, so Milan from Italy, Stantec from Canada, Suez North America, from Paramus, Wood PLC of Houston, then of Arcadis from Netherlands, Amsterdam, ERM from London, then number of institutes you will find, and if you get job opportunity there, you will able to learn too many things, the standard ways of working. You will able to find new things, you will learn. So Black and Whitach, Orland Park, Garni Holdings, so from Kansas City. So these are some internationally important institutes that I told you. Then top environmental NGOs are also there. Okay, so which work in environmental field. So Appropriate Rural Technology Institute of Pune, Association for Environmental Development, Kolkata, Awaz Foundation from Mumbai, Bombay Natural History Society of Mumbai, Crocodile Rehabilitation and Research Center of Kerala, so Nature Conservation Foundation of Mysore, Nilgiri Wildlife and Environment Association of Mysore, Save Ganga Movement of UP, Vanashakti from Mumbai. So these are Indian non-governmental organizations I told you now. Now just see which are the top environmental NGOs where you can, international NGOs. You can check their website. African Conservation Foundation, African Wildlife Foundation, Biodiversity International, BirdLife International, Center for Development and Strategy, Climate Action Network, Earth Island Institute, Earth Justice, Earth Watch, Fauna and Flora International, Flora and Fauna International, Friends of Nature, Friends of the Earth, Global Footprint Network, International NGO, Greenpeace, you are all aware about it, Natural Resources Defense Council, Nature Conservancy, Nature Friends International, the Climate Reality Project, the Mountain Institute, the Wetlands International, all NGOs working at international level in number of countries. Their network is huge. World Resources Institute, World Union for Protection of Life. In addition, World Watch Institute, Worldwide Fund for Nature, WWF. So now I will tell you important journals in field of environment. So you can check the list elsewhere, Springerling, Taylor and Francis, or some other publishers, leading publishers. So Indian publishers not much in research areas, but Current Science, Journal of Environmental Biology, that good journal. On the other hand, yes, elsewhere, Springerling, Taylor and Francis, Blackwell Publishers, these are the leading publishers of the world. So Nature, Climate Change, Global Change Biology, Applied Catalysis and Environment, Annual Review of Environment and Resources, Proceedings of the Royal Society, Biological Sciences, Organization and Environment, Environment and Research Letters. So these are important journals. So it is related with copyrights and IPRs, so we must publish. Okay, top environmentalists of India. I will tell you name of few here. Chandi Prasad Bhatt, Chipko Movement. Okay, Medha Patkar, Narmada Bachao Andolan. She Sundarlal Bahuguna, again Chipko Movement. Vandana Shiva, Sungata Kumari, Mike Pandey, Maneka Gandhi, Saulamarda Thimakka, Sunita Narayan, Almitra Patel, Salim Ali, MS Swaminathan, Madhav Gadgil, and Anil Agrawal. So important people who worked hard in field of environment. In addition, I will tell you international personalities who contributed a lot at Rachel Carson, Aldo Leopold, Henry Dave Thoreau, Wangari Maathai, David Brower, Al Gore, even Greta Thunberg, yes, recently. Charles Darwin has also carried out a lot of work. There are some blog sites in environmental field. You can check these sites of Green Steve, Earth Easy, Earth 9/11, Tree Hugger, Planet Ark, Ethical Hour, the Climate Reality Project blog site, Eco Warrior Princess, the Christ, Mindful Mama, Zero Waste Home, Eco Cult, Gypsy Soul, Sustainable Check, Rainforest Align. So these are some important websites, blog sites you can check to check the wide nature of the subject. Now I will tell about Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change of our country. MOFCC, it is the nodal agency in administrative structure in our country. So planning, promotion, coordination of India's policies and programs are carried out by them. The ministry also serves as the nodal agency and planner for future developments in field of environment, especially of United Nations Environment Program, South Asia Cooperative Environment Program, International Center for Integrated Mountain Development, United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, and the implementation ways and mechanisms that have been formed to check and to monitor, Commission on Sustainable Development, Global Environmental Facility, Economic and Social Council for Asia and Pacific, South Asian Association for Regional SAARC Cooperation on matters pertaining to the environment. So see, such a huge task is there with ministry, and they require experts. They are in need of people, good people. So there are some leading industries I will purposefully mention where you can get job opportunities. Coal India Limited, Tata Steel, Rajesh Exports, HPCL, BPCL, Tata Motors, even banking industrial sectors, they have certain opportunities, or before funding they carry out environmental impact analysis. Indian Oil Corporation, Reliance Industries, Walmart, Sinopec, Royal, Dutch Shell, China National Petroleum. So international and national, some industries I have listed here, like Saudi Aramco, Exxon Mobil, Volkswagen, Toyota, Apple, Honda, Berkshire Hathaway, Amazon. So in all these leading major industrials, multinational corporations, you can get job opportunities. You can provide services to them. So some major international organizations I will tell you here. World Nature Organization, United Nations Environment Program, UNEP, International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural for Nature and IUCN, International Panel on Climate Change. They are implementing number of programs throughout the world, and you can become part of it. Them Global Environment Facility, Earth System Governance Project. So for example, if I wish to tell you what is my plan, so recent plan is what to do something all under one roof. So I have listed down more than 800 environmental topics on which writing can be carried out. As a teacher, what I am telling you, e-books and hard copies, suppose of it, I can prepare. I can develop experts network, publishing of research papers, content writing and marketing, okay, of other products, current affairs analysis through blog, development of preparation of videos and podcasts, provide services to others, create opportunities to others, carry out consultation, training, and I wish to involve in such things which are much needed and have never done in past, something new, something unique. So like my plan, you can also do. Profitability is not important for us, wouldn't be in the business. Jeff Bezos, what he said. So are you interested in field of environment? So work hard, have fun and make history. Jeff Bezos, he said. Are you lazy? Think about it. Silicon Valley has some of the smartest engineers and technology business people in the world. So Elon Musk, he said. So are you enough smart? Constantly think and how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. Elon Musk again says, so do you think you think about your future? So again I will tell you one thing. I'm a normal guy. What Jack Ma says, what do you think? You can be abnormal. So if you don't give up, you still have a chance. Giving up is the greatest failure, Jack Ma says. So must remember throughout life. So just last my message I wish to give you. So no matter which field you select, okay, be honest to yourself. Don't be part of corrupt system. There is limit for something, okay, such things. Gain knowledge, it's continuous process. Be healthy and energetic implementer. Be principled in your life. Keep big dreams and try for them. Be global, stay together and work for our society. Never compare knowledge with earnings. Don't work at nominal earnings anywhere. Don't beg for job. Prepare well and grab it. I will suggest you start your own. Identify the need of the society. Understand your capacity and identify the options that you have with your knowledge. Provide your service to society. Okay, so these are things that you should do. My message to you. So about fear and greed drives human behavior. So Warren Buffett always talks about it. I'll tell you a few lines of a song. ये जिंदगी है एक जुआ, कभी जीत भी कभी हार भी. यहाँ दुश्मनों की भीड़ में मिल जाएंगे तुझे यार भी. तू खेलता जा बाजियों पे बाजियाँ. So these are lyrics by Prakash Mehra. So with these I will stop here. Hope you have got enough overview about opportunities in environmental science, management and engineering fields and related ways how you can go ahead, you can start a job, you can start your consultancy or your other business and work in this field to support our society. Thank you very much for being here.